Hello there, my name is Hocus and welcome back to another episode on the RambleCraft server. So I'm excited today guys to get back into some more SMP. This is the first time I've logged in since last episode in fact. So there have been quite a few changes. So we're about 3 days into the server now and you can see one of those changes immediately. Chase was able to build us this little shack to put our beds in between episodes. So instead of sleeping on the dirt, we now have some shelter, a little plant and a llama skull on the side of the building. Interesting choice, Chase. Quite sadistic, but I will allow it this time. All right, guys, there is a lot to see. You can maybe get a glimpse of that in the background right now. So let's go take a little bit of a tour before we hop into today's shenanigans. So aside from the sleepy little shack that we've got, it also appears as though we've got some stairs that lead down into the mine. That will make things a lot more convenient. Something else that's quite interesting is this guy. So I was thinking, what on earth is this? But then, as you can see, it is a skeleton horsehead. No idea where Chase got this from, but nonetheless quite interesting. We've also got a salmon's head, so he's been doing some serious brutalizing off camera, which, I don't know, is this guy really the guy that I want to be hanging around with? I don't know, man. This could be my head next. I need to be careful. Anyway, aside from that, we've got a small chicken farm over here, which is awesome. So that's going to be food, eggs, feathers, that kind of thing. All very good stuff. And then the sugarcane that I planted in the first episode looks like it's growing pretty healthily. Got ourselves a little bit of a farm down here. And I know that there is also stuff going on over on Chase's personal island. Yep, certainly looks like he's been busy, but before we head over there, let me quickly do some explaining. So in this area, we've got 3 islands. This one right here, I'm believing that this is going to be our community island. So Chase and I are just going to share whatever's on there. It's got our mine, it's got the tree farm, the chicken farm, that kind of thing. It's going to be community. And then this one right here with the house on is going to be Chase's island. And I'm going to take this guy right here, but it's a fresh island. It's a blank canvas, so we have to be very careful what we do because obviously I want to keep it looking spick, span, and beautiful. So let's check out Chase's little house. This is nice. This is really nice. It's quite quaint. He's got the porch area outside. It's also got a small, what would you call this? Like a jetty, a pier, something like that. I guess you could have boats here that allow him to get in and out of the house from the ocean, which is pretty cool. And from this side, he's got a single door as well as a double door on the front, which I think I left open earlier. Whoops, sorry about that. But one thing I do really like about this place is that for the porch, he's used the campfires and just put them out. I think that's a really, really awesome use of that texture. But on the inside, he hasn't got too much going on for now, just the bare essentials. A few things in the chest here. Nothing going on in the furnaces, I believe. Yep. So far, so good. He's actually got a little attic that I didn't see. Oh, nice. Nice little loft place. I like it. I like it. We definitely need to get started on something for ourselves, though. But before we do that, I have heard news that there are a couple of shops already going up in the shopping district. I mean, guys, if that's the case, come on, switch. There we go. If that's the case, we have got some catching up to do. We seriously do. We're now over on what will be the shopping district, which is our central mushroom island. So over here, mobs are unable to spawn, mycelium everywhere, which makes it relatively safe. So there's a couple things going on. We got a community tree area with some free boats. So I guess if you die and respawn here, you got a free boat to get back out to wherever you may be living. This right here is the diamond stack. The diamond stack. 1 diamond block for a 16 by 16 shop plot. So anybody who's building a shop can place their diamond blocks here to pay for the space that they've used. And then we've got a couple shops up already. So this one right here is Hudlin's. And just as a reminder, all of these guys' links will be down in the description. So his is called Hudlin House. What is he selling? It says, hello, fellow Rambler. Enjoy the simple pleasures of starter items to get you started strong. 1 diamond per stack. Thanks for shopping. Come again. So he's got carrots, cocoa beans, melon seeds. Oh, someone's bought some leather. Interesting. So he's making cells. He's got leather, which is quite interesting. Sweet berries, sugarcane, potato, and beds. Now, Hudlin, if you're watching, I don't know, man. You might be bordering on some price gouging here. 1 stack for 2 cocoa beans? I'm not so sure about that, buddy. No, I'm just kidding. Of course, you're able to set the prices however you like, and supply and demand should take care of the rest. But that's one shop right there. Unfortunately, I am too poor to be shopping at the moment, so I will come back further down the line when I've finally lined my coffers with some diamonds. But up ahead, I think this is Chase's shop, and it's currently in in progress at the moment. So he told me that he's going to get bakery written up the top, and that is going to be the name of his shop. I don't believe he's got anything in the chests at the moment, but he said he's going to be selling baked goods such as cookies, bread, that kind of thing. And also, he's going to throw a spin in. I don't think he's going to be accepting diamonds. I think he's going to be accepting something along the lines of iron ingots for his products, which is quite interesting. But something else, which I must say thank you to him for, is that he said that I could take this clay and his bricks, because I'm thinking about building with bricks over at our island. Not entirely sure, so if I don't end up using them, I will return them. But thanks again, Chase. I appreciate your generosity. Looks like we got a new shop coming in, guys. I've just witnessed Bubbo place down his diamond block. Awesome. I can't wait to see what he builds. Good luck, Bubbo. Good luck, man. On second thoughts, I don't know about the brick now. I've got a different idea, which I think might be a little bit better and a little bit easier to start out with. But before we do anything drastic, let's just make sure that the island is nice and bright. We do have a small cave here, but it doesn't go anywhere if I remember correctly. Nope, just to there. So that is a-okay. But as I say, I'm just going to get this place lit up. Don't want mob spawning if we can help it. I want to be working here in peace. So torches should do the trick for us for now. So the alternative idea that I've had is to make a man-made cave that we can sail our boat into that starts somewhere around here. And then on the inside will be where we keep all of our essentials. So I just think that the resources will be more readily available for something like this rather than trying to build with brick immediately. I think we should wait until a little bit further on down the line when people have started to either A, sell materials, or B, I'm producing them myself to actually build anything serious. So let's go with the cave, because as I say, there's a bunch of cobblestone around. We can also farm other types of stone to use here, and I think it will just be a lot easier to produce in the long run. So I'm going to get down to some building, hopefully hollow out a space big enough for us to begin living in. It's going to have to be relatively big, not huge, but relatively big. And then we'll try and naturalize it as much as possible, you know, shape it as if it was a real cave, add a little bit of detail, get some essentials in here, and that should be a good place to get us started and keep us safe for us to prepare for the long run. All right then, so we've got some sort of entrance going on here. It's very untidy, but I've kind of just marked out what we're gonna begin with, and then we'll add detail as we go. And then on the inside, I'm trying to figure out where the boundaries are in terms of how far back we can go in this cave. So you can see grass here, which means we're not going to go that far back. So I can just mark that out with some cobblestone. Once again, same thing there. And then in this direction, I'm pretty sure we can go back a little bit further if we want to. But I don't want this cave to be shaped too crazily. You know what I mean? I want to keep it quite modest if we can. I don't want it to be all over the place. So we will be considerate when thinking about how far back we need to go. And in all honesty, we don't need that much space in here anyway. It's only going to be room for essentials. So a bed, some chests, a bit of a crafting area, smelting area, that kind of thing, but nothing too crazy. So I think what we've got going so far is okay. We should probably remove this as well, because everything is going to be, I think, either 3.5 or 4 blocks tall in here, depending on what we've got going on at this point and at this point, because we don't want to replace any of the grass on the surface. We just want to replace blocks on the inside of the cave here. So I'm going to start thinking now about shaping this thing a little bit more, maybe deciding where we're going to sort of have our boundaries on the inside of the cave. Like, for example, we could even break this corner down just to add a little bit more jaggedness to the cave. And then maybe extend a little bit further in that direction and then see where we're going to go from there. Quick update report, guys, quick update report. I've got the general shape up together and I've replaced all of the walls with cobblestone. So now we need to think about the roof of this place, which isn't going to be easy, or the ceiling, I should say, which again is not going to be easy. So first of all, I was thinking we could again test the waters here, kind of see about how high we can go. Not particularly high right there. There might be some space to climb in the middle here, which would be useful. But it's just about testing and then using the area that we've got here. But we're working in a very small space, so it might be tough. The trick for me, though, is to generally do something like this. So you find a corner in the cave, and then you kind of just want to go up by a couple blocks. And then maybe just branch out from there. So you could even tier it up like this. So bring it out to maybe this point. And then you've got this next jump up, so that's another block higher. But of course, we're going to be throwing slabs and such in as well, just to make that blend between layers ever so smooth and a lot more detailed. It should also give us a little bit more space to work in if we use slabs as well, because that gives us that extra half a block in situations that we require it in. But as I say, I'm just going to be testing out the waters for now, seeing where we can make this ceiling a little bit higher. And in those places, we'll go high, and in other places, we'll just go low. We're making some okay progress, guys. I realize I have slightly sold myself short with the amount of space we got there, but we're gonna make it work, I promise. So I just wanted to explain something to you guys also. We've got the community island right here, and if we turn around, we're actually not too far away from mainland. And that mainland is also a jungle biome, which is pretty nice. So we're gonna be heading jungle bound in order to grab some vines, and I can already see plenty, so we shouldn't have any issue with that. We may also grab some bamboo whilst we're over here as well. That could be something that we can begin growing on the community island just for future use and stick production, as well as, of course, scaffolding. Scaffolding is the word I'm looking for. Scaffolding is always useful. But for the most part, we are here for these guys, the vines, and they will be used to craft up some mossy blocks. We're going to use those to detail the cave. I think it'll be a great addition, and it should help bring it to life a little bit. So this is how the shape's looking so far. It's not too bad, but there's definitely room for improvement. But now it is time to do a little bit of detailing. So in my hotbar, I've got blocks that we're going to be using to just add a little bit of extra texture. So first of all, let's throw some andesite in, and we're just going to do this the usual way. Just mix and match as random as possible. Just try to make this look like it may have possibly formed naturally. Oh, so there are obviously going to be situations as well where slabs are going to get replaced, but I think I'm going to wait and just do the full blocks first, and then I might move on to the slabs after, just so I can be a little bit more precise about their placement. Almost didn't get those words out there. But this is just going to be the method for now, and we'll just see what we can come up with. Are you ready? Are you guys ready for the grand reveal? It's really exciting, isn't it? I know you're ready. And as we sit here in rainy anticipation, I will count us in. So 3, 2, 1, and... Whoa. Where is it? Where's the Hocus cave? It's almost as if the land has regrown and swallowed up whatever we had built. But that is not the end of things, guys, because we've elevated to different and better things. So in true Hocus fashion, the cave just was a bad idea from the start. There wasn't a lot of room to move around in. There wasn't a lot of room to build in. And to be quite honest, I didn't really have a solid plan for it. So instead, I gave myself the challenge of building above ground for once. And I have to say it, guys. We did a solid job. We did a really good job. So take it all in, nice and easy. Don't overwhelm yourselves. Just look at one detail at a time. One detail at a time. That's all you need to do. So let's take a little bit of a tour. So we began with bricks, and again, I must say thank you to Chase. He let me take a bunch of clay, a bunch of brick off of his hands for free. Very, very kind of him. Very generous. And we used that brick to create the facade of the building. But not only did we create a facade, we added in some wood detail. We've got some spruce in the mix as well. We've got some white stained windows, which I must say contrasts very well with the red, because the brick texture has that little in-between color, right? So if you mix in a little bit of white, it always looks pretty good. So we did well there. And then we've got this amazing roof shape. Now, I took inspiration from the house that I built in my my second LP world. You know, the mythical sausage house, the one that I built. It's got a similar type roof to this, but I think this is a very well-versed roof design. You know, I don't think it's his original design. I've seen templates and charts and such which show this as like a key building design element. So I'm not going to say that I copied him. I think it's just a general roof type that people tend to use in the game. But as well as all I've said, you know, it's fluff, really. I'm just talking fluff at the moment. It looks great, right? And we've got these little kind of like porch-like windows in there as well, which I really like. Porch-like is not the word for it, but you guys know what I mean. They're pretty cool, right? And then we've even got a little garden outside of one of the windows out here. So all in all, very nice build. Unfortunately, however, the inside is an ugly disgrace. It is an ugly disgrace, I say. Now we get down to the nitty-gritty, the design, the interior detail. And the first very simple thing I'm going to do is grab some planks from the chest here, and we're just going to replace the floor. Very basic change, but it will make a huge difference immediately. So we're going to just go with plain oak planks. Something very simple, something nice and easy to gather. Nothing too over the top. Oh, wow. So this actually had a greater impact than I thought, but we can definitely improve on it. So in conjunction with planks, we're going to use some brown carpet, and I'm just going to layer this every other block. I think would be a good idea. So something like this. Again, this is just a very basic concept, nothing too over the top, but I think it definitely just adds a little bit of spice to the design. With the carpet and oak planks in place, I'm now thinking of what I'm going to do with these gaps in between the brick. And again, let's just keep it simple, right? Let's keep it simple. What we're going to do is just use the design that we already have in place and bring it forward by 1 block. So where we've got the stripped oak, we're going to add more stripped oak in just to bring the room level. And again, this breaks up the brick a little bit, adds that extra small amount of detail and texture into the build, which you can never hurt yourself doing that. But one area that we will be leaving unchanged for now is this break right here in between the bricks, because I've got a little bit of a different plan for that one. And then we mentioned we've got a little bit of a different plan for this. I don't really know what to call it. I called it a break in brick. I guess that's what it is. So different plan. We're going to use some ladders right here because there will be a second floor to this build. And then with some slabs, I guess, again, just have a very simple, oops, not there, Hocus, come on now. Let's have a very simple floor type for the second floor and just match what we've got down here. We may even be able to throw some carpet up on the second floor as well, if we're careful about it. So something like that will be okay. We definitely do need to get rid of this one though and quickly replace it. I'm going to leave the carpet there because we are able to just jump onto the ladder like so. And then let's also just extend the ladder up. Yeah, to there. That'll be good. Just so that when we climb up, we don't have to jump like I just did. We can actually just come up to the top and then kind of slide over. That works a little bit better. So we've got some sort of space up here. It's not the greatest space ever, but we are free, I think, to actually chop these blocks out because they have something behind them. So it doesn't make a difference either way if they're there or not. Unfortunately, however, I've just realized that maybe isn't the best idea. I was gonna use that space for some chests, but the chests won't open because of... Actually, you know what? No, we're gonna use it. We're gonna use barrels instead. Barrels are a much better alternative in situations like this. Oh, and look at that message in the chat. Let's bring it up. Chase said, I just seen your gift, Hocus. LOL, thanks. Gonna wait to receive it so I can record it. I actually left Chase a diamond because he had some potatoes growing and I stole them. So I thought, you know, I'll give him a diamond just for potatoes because they are going to be I'm going to be self-sufficient now when it comes to potatoes. So I thought I'd reward him just so that we can get our food situation in order because I seem to be running out very quickly and not replenishing it at all, which is never a good idea. Anyway, back to what we were doing. As I say, barrels are going to be a great alternative in this situation, and they should be able to be opened regardless of the block above them. So we'll have some storage up here. Maybe we'll have some crafting facilities. You can even get a cheeky couple of barrels in there if we're careful about it. But yeah, all in all, we just need to make use of this very limited space that we've got. And then a final thing that I was thinking about as well, maybe let's get some carpet in, is that we can get this place properly lit up, maybe with something other than torches. So I'll think about what I can do. And again, perfect number of carpets. Awesome. I'll think about what alternatives we have to torches. I'm probably going to go with lanterns or something like that. But we'll see. It looks pretty cool in here so far. Hey, and whilst we're on the topic of potatoes, why not get ourselves a little farm started? And you can see I didn't properly fill in the cave. It still exists back there, guys. It's just covered up at the moment. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, rest in peace, Chase. We need 8 blocks here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one is not having any of it. Oh, neither is this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm hoping these survive. I honestly don't know. I think they might have to be at the same level as the water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh no, Chase needs us to grab his stuff. So as soon as I'm done with this clip, I'm going to help him out. But let's get these in the ground. All right, food situation is looking nice. Okay, let's get these barrels in place. So I think 16 is the magic number. Now, which way do we want to put them? Should I put them this way or this way? Yeah, this way or this way, Ho, because that makes sense. That way or that way. I think, you know, I think I like having the opening on the front like this. So I think we're going to go like that with the barrels. And I guess that makes a little bit more sense in terms of realism. Not that I care too much, but if you're going to reach into a barrel, you don't reach in from the side, do you? You always reach in from the top. So having the top facing to the inside of the room makes a lot more sense. So I will go with that. And that gives us a decent amount of space. Now, I was also thinking, do we have any leather? Because we could use, potentially, we could use some leather to label these chests. If not, then maybe we'll go with signs. That might actually be a much better alternative, just because signs give you the ability to be a little bit more vague about chest descriptions. And you guys know how I am when it comes to chest descriptions. I always like to store usually more than one thing in a chest. And when we're working with such limited space, we should probably try to do that. So back here in these two chests, I'm thinking we do more exclusive items, maybe like our ores, ingots, and minerals chest right here. Let's go ores. You know what? I usually do this, right? Go into the middle. Ores, ingots, and minerals. I seriously don't know why minerals is on there. It just sounds good, right? It just sounds good. And then if we go take a look in this chest, this is where I'm pretty much keeping all of that stuff. So we can quickly make the transfer. But then I think after I've done this chest, you guys are going to get the idea. We're going to do a similar type deal for all of them. So we will go with our diamonds like this. Then we'll go with our gold like that. Iron can come next. And then we'll go with redstone. Redstone, I'll give it like 9 slots to store in, because we get a lot more of that stuff. And then coal, I'll go with 3 for now. And then anything else we get, we can add to the chest at a later date. But this is how it's going to work. The system's going to be similar to every other time we've made storage systems. And we'll just transfer for all of our stuff upstairs and maybe throw down some crafting stations as well. That might be useful. Yo, what's going on? This is Hocus and welcome to MTV Cribs. Come on in. On the left-hand side here, first things first, the double oven cooks, smelts, produces only the best food. On the right-hand side of the room, we've got our crafting bench. Every place needs one, can't get by without it. Back of the room here, the most organic, pure plants that produce only the finest oxygen. And next to that is the world's most comfy bed. Lie in it and you will experience sleep purity. Moving on to the second floor, we've got a fine artisan handcrafted ladder that allows us to climb on up. So right hand side of the room, we've got the most spacious barrels a man can buy. Another crafting bench, because one is not enough. Everybody needs two, if you can afford it. We've got the most amazing lighting that just produces awesome ambience in every single room in the house. And then of course, more of the same on the other side. All right then guys, that is going to be it for episode 2 of the RambleCraft survival multiplayer series. I hope you guys are having fun with this one. It's been awesome so far. Multiplayer, should have got into it earlier. It's great, and I'm having fun with everybody else on the server, whose links you can find down in the description below. So stay tuned for next episode. I think that is going to be the one in which we make our first shop. And I've got another small plan that I won't spoil for you, but there are exciting things to come. So, of course, if you did enjoy today's episode, please make sure to drop a like down below. That'd be much appreciated. Any questions, suggestions, comments, or feedback should go down in the comments section below. And of course, if you're new here, then first of all, hey, welcome. How's it going? My name's Hocus. Consider hitting that subscribe button if you want to see more of this. I also have a single player Let's Play series, which is always pretty good fun, so go ahead and check that out. But that's pretty much it for today, you guys. So take care. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.